Bugle Boys.
Bugle Boys.
Bugle.
Bugle.
Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys. Bugle Boys. Bugle Boy.
Bugle.
Bugle Boys.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh,
Whoa.
yeah!
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh,
Bam. Bop. Bada bop,
I
boom,
think you really
pow.
nailed it
Damn.
like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, I should have held up. I wanted to see how far I could go and just kind of keep hitting the samples, and then,
Sticks the land.
you know, it might just turn into something real special, you know? But,
What episode is this? 12 or something? Or 13?
big ups, everybody tuning in. Welcome to the 12th episode of the Bugle Boys podcast.
See? Bitch.
What? Why are you
said
trying
I
to
was
ruin the
wrong.
intro?
He said I was wrong.
It's 12. Why are you trying to ruin the intro, man? Really?
Bitch.
Really? Really? Really?
This makes it
1
unique.
plus 1 equals 2. 2 has 3 letters. A triangle has 3 sides.
Yep.
Math equals Illuminati confirmed.
That's how I feel about it, dude.
Alright.
100%. You ruin my intro like that, I gotta fucking ruin it with a sample that
Bam.
throws everything off, makes 0 sense, and just fucking says some dumb shit. But I feel better. Episode 12 of the Bugle Boys podcast. I'm your host Malone, Chrissy, Stacks Edwards in the cut, ready to rock out with my socks on, but not my cock out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, because I know where you thought I was going. But let me just continue down the road as I got the homies with me today.
Jesus Christ. Take
Woo.
a breath, dog.
I'm
Man,
good. I'm good.
don't worry
What's
about
up, Poppy Chulo? Back in the building here. Vintage 905,
I
ready to
can't-
rock it.
I can't wait for next week.
Ready to
next
pop
week
out.
My intro is gonna have a little something sweet.
Ooh, what's the sweetness to it, son? Is it some cherries
Wait and see.
on top of the sundae?
Do quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm excited
Tune
for
in
next week.
I was just gonna say there's a little something for
Tune in next week when
the Poppy Chulo fans.
when Poppy Chulo has you got a little special something for the poppies?
Yep.
For the little poppies? Is that what they call them? What do you call your fans? Little poppies?
I haven't come across that problem yet. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw little pops somewhere, but maybe not. Little poppies.
He's got a Snapchat premium account that he sends nudes with.
Strictly Strokes is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a follow.
Like,
Uh,
pound that like button.
Pound that like button and make sure you fucking hop on that Patreon
And
to
to
get the
my
exclusive
right.
content.
Pound that.
Mr. Longsleeve Steve coming back, Illaudible, ready to fucking throw some. I don't know, throw
I'm
some
not ready
shit.
to throw hands. Don't throw
No,
hands
you want to
at me.
throw some love around the room, man, and try to pick up a girl. I know your style, son. You're like a smooth jazz guy. You like to go sit in
No,
the
I don't have a
back
f- I don't have
and
a
just pick up
fighter's
the
build.
fucking ambiance of the room. I know your style.
This guy's got a fighter's build. I don't have a fighter's build.
He won't steal your girl, but he'll probably become friends with your boyfriend. His name is Tom.
It's your boy standing at a size of 6'1",
No,
185 pounds.
Don't take that from me.
6'2",
You're
6'2",
6'1",
6'3",
yeah.
6'3", baby. Sorry, 6'3".
I'm actually it's 6'3" with shoes on. It's more like 6'2".
I should have said 6'3" or 6'2" because
Yeah.
like I tell people I'm 6 foot, and I'm actually like 5'11".
Oh,
Yo,
that's
6
why
foot-
you're getting married so quick.
6 foot soaking wet, baby. 6 foot
Ooh,
soaking
shots
wet.
fired.
Shots
Shots
fired.
fired.
I'm offended and a little
No,
hurt.
it's actually funny. Like on the Tinder Reddit subreddit, there's always screenshots of anytime a girl that'll be like, "How tall are you?" The dude will be like, "How much do you weigh?" And it's like, well, I mean,
Blocked.
if we're asking, if we're asking ridiculous
in round
questions-
numbers, I'm 6.
Well, the thing is, like, people can lose weight. You can't get taller. Like, so which one's more shallow, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a double standard, son.
That's exactly what it is. So, but it's funny because literally every time it'll be like,
They don't like it.
It'll be,
Yeah.
that's the end of it right there.
100%.
Just stops and drops. How is Tinder life out there?
I'm done with it. I
Rough.
gave up on it.
It's rough.
It's just dudes fighting for scraps out there, man.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
also just like full with bots and
It's a
shit.
barren
now.
wasteland.
With
Like,
this
it's all
mic,
these-
you got to keep the mic close for
It's
this one.
It's a barren wasteland out
Me?
there.
You talking to?
No, I'm talking about Mic. Gino.
Top
whatever the
Mike.
hell your name is.
It's top,
Hey, Tom Mike.
I'm a top boy.
Hey, Top Mike. Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Keep
You
it
just
close.
gotta keep it nice. And yeah, whatever, dude. Just
To
keep
the
it
chin
nice.
like a comedian.
Like a comedian.
Hey, yeah.
What do you guys think about socks?
Chest to chin.
Why do you always
the
lose
deal
one?
with the Bugle boys?
I don't even have bugles.
I know.
Don't bring that up. Tom's upset about that.
Yeah, but so Tinder, no good. Boom,
Fuck
done.
Tinder.
Is
Fuck
it Match
Tinder.
now? Is that the one, Match?
No, fuck all of them. They're all doing. No, okay, this is the problem.
I fucking
This is the
know, bro.
problem. They were good at first, right? But then they were like, "Yo, we're making money off this shit." Now they do this thing where it'll be like, "Oh, you have 30 plus people that like you. You have 30 plus people that like you. Pay for the gold subscription to find out who they are." And I still haven't been suckered on the gold yet, but I've been reading a bunch of reviews and shit like on the actually this is hilarious. Go read the Tinder reviews on the Google Play Store or the App Store.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. Like it's all people saying the same thing. Like,
They
yo, like
spent a bunch of
I
money.
spent a bunch of money on this, and all the people that said they were there were all like fake accounts that were like
Yeah.
thousands of kilometers away and shit like that.
I believe it. I know the kid who oh shit, I shouldn't air anybody out on.
Some kid.
some-
Just
Some
kid.
guy. We don't need to name him. We don't need to name him.
Somebody I know told me today he was spending $20 to see who his all his his matches were.
It's not worth it.
Little
It's all
Billy?
fake. It's all
No
fake.
matter what, it's
Little
not worth
Billy,
it.
eh?
Like if
Young
that
Billy.
app was actually trying to hook people up, why would it hide those people that apparently like you? Why wouldn't it be like, here they are, fucking mad? She'll
They should-
make, like,
It's some bullshit,
what I'm
probably,
saying,
by the
exactly.
sounds of it.
it is. It's nonsense.
It's nonsensical.
Anyways, and it's also just like full of dry ass conversation and
Ugh.
like a lot of one word answers and shit. It's like, yo, what are you here for? Like, I get it that I'm not like the best looking.
You're a good looking fella.
No, but like I get it that
Dude,
like
you
you know
fuck,
girls
dude.
are inundated with guys when they're going through those things. So like I know
Oh,
I
it's
don't make that
insane.
top percentage.
I've
cut.
seen
I get that. I'm a realist.
Sorry
but
to interrupt, but I've seen like
it's sick.
any girl that I've like know who like has Tinder and that I've ever seen their thing.
Oh, it's wild.
It is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Just
that's the
flooded?
sound of me. That's
Flooded.
the sound of me swiping
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
up and
wow.
down, not left and right, up and down, because they just get
All the matches,
and
yeah.
mad guys trying to start conversations.
It's all flooded.
And I'm talking about like I've seen the girls who are like very very attractive, and then girls who are like, you know what I mean, like just normal looking girls.
Factory hot.
No, I'm not even saying that. Like say like just your average looking
Yeah,
like
Susie
nice
from down the street.
say
you
a
know?
girl that's just like nice and like normally looking attractive, like 600, 700 matches if they want.
Oh yeah, because guys are way thirsty.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, they did.
So,
Remember
yeah.
when like I think it was Ashley Madison. Remember
Yeah.
that?
When they got hacked.
They got hacked, and it turned out I watced like I think I watched like a
It was like
YouTube,
80%.
documentary. It was high. It was like 92% of the women were bots or something like that.
that, and then it was all like, yeah, well, yeah, it was,
Yeah.
sad. It was bad.
It was bad. And then,
Yeah, a
like,
lot
the
of people
dudes-
got outed who were like
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
the
Bad stuff.
government and like famous and
People got to get their rocks off. It's, I don't know.
yeah, man, just do it. Yeah, you're doing
That's
it
why they
legally. It's all
legalize,
good.
prostitution in Australia.
The robot prostitution thing there, like the robot brothels that are coming.
That scares me.
It's hilarious. Who wants? I don't know. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I would
gross.
not have
Just
no
thinking
idea.
about like,
This is
you know when you
I
go to
don't know.
like
I
a,
haven't really thought about
Buckle
it.
in, folks.
To be honest, I haven't really thought about it till now, but-
Episode.
no, you know when you go to like a dirty motel because you're saving
No.
money.
Nope.
I
You've
I don't
never
do
been
that.
to like a dirty motel on a road
For-
trip on the way somewhere.
Okay. Well, like,
You
yeah,
go in there.
I've been
and
on a
you're
shitty
kinda like-
motel, but
you're
it's like
listen though, you're like
Yeah.
whatever. I know someone's cleaned here, but
some shit could have went down.
how
But it's not
clean?
clean.
Yeah, how clean are we talking?
Especially
You're
when you're going
talking
through
about
one of
a
those like
robot that people are fucking. You know, like, unless it's got like a completely interchangeable pussy part, where it's just like, yeah, we swap in a new one every
But
time.
even still,
Even
man.
still, yeah, I would just feel like some weirdos just I don't know.
maybe
Either
it's like
way.
a cartridge.
couldn't
Like
do
you
it.
just you
Not
like
yet. I'm not that
Okay,
desperate
but
yet.
you
not-
roll up
okay.
you roll up to the spot and then you get the picker girl and then you just like you
A
pull out the
girl?
cartridge and they
I don't
shove it
think
in.
you call it a girl. It's like I want it.
I would call
Yeah,
it.
that mach-
I would
give
call
me
it- I would
machine
call it a
number
woman.
3.
Yeah. I hope they have some that are shaped
Matt,
like the
machine number 3,
Terminator
dude.
from the first movies. Just like straight up robot. People are probably into that.
Swear, if you thought of it, there's someone out there who fucks with it.
I hope there's one shaped like Miss Finster from Recess.
Miss Finster, dude. She had that fucking slouch, that fucking she fucking
Oh
hunched
yeah.
over.
Oh.
That hunch,
Yeah,
dude.
boy.
Wait, I was thinking of the
Randall.
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 Yeah.
Randall's her minion, dude. That's her boy, dude.
Randall had the hunch. Miss
Ra-
Spencer had that good posture.
She did too, didn't she? She was like,
She
she,
was
had that
thick.
face.
She had them tiny arms and that thick
Nah,
back.
Miss
Yeah.
Finster, dude.
That's one of the things that Recess
Pull that
nailed
shit
was
out,
showing
dude.
like. Remember, there was like some kids that were just like massive, and there were some kids that were just like tiny.
Like Mikey
that's-
Blumberg.
Like that was that time of like your life where there were kids that were just like obnoxiously.
For sure
way
had a
larger than
fucking
everyone.
hunch. Did
Oh,
Miss
yeah,
Finster
she
not
was
have a
old
hunch?
as shit,
She
though,
was
yeah.
old and hunch,
Not a
dude.
hunch. Is
It's
there
an
some-
old lady hunch for
some,
sure.
You know.
Her
If you-
shoulders are at the.
Okay,
at
you
the-
just don't
almost
want to
the
be
top of
wrong,
her
but
head,
no,
my
she
man.
had a hunch, bro.
No, Randall had a hunch.
He
They
did.
both had a hunch. They looked alike. One was just the fucking little fucking minion version, dude.
No, Miss Spencer was just old.
Thus, she had a hunch because she was old.
Yeah, but it wasn't okay. I'm saying she didn't have like a
A
hunch.
hunch is a
back.
hunch, though.
Dude, a hunch
Yeah.
is a hunch,
Okay,
man.
I see what you're saying.
That's- she
was
had a hunch.
She was slightly hunched
Ah,
over.
Miss Finster. She had that face, the old white
Okay,
hair, the
let's
glasses.
see what you're doing.
She was thick with the
this is
tits.
this is her, and he was like.
He was the same.
Okay, no, he had like scoliosis or like, is that what it is when your spine's bent
Yeah, he
wrong?
probably had scoliosis, but she had like the older version that where your spine just gets fucked as you get old, but you
Kinda
still end
like
up with a
all
hunch.
old- like,
Yo,
when
the
you get really
generations
old, kinda
below
old
us are
old
gonna
people
get hit
kinda-
with that.
The hunch.
Yeah.
They get hunched over.
She's kind of got just old people hunch. He's got like something wrong with his back. He's just a kid. He's got old people back.
I'm not trying to split hairs on the hunch from recess.
I'm
but-
down.
Yeah, yo, I ain't got this kind
I'll
of
take
time
this
in my
shit to the
life where I don't
grave.
need this bullshit.
It's probably because he's on his cell phone too much.
So you admit I'm right.
So what you're saying is that I got a hunch you're wrong, dude.
Damn.
The Hunchback of Notre
You like
Dame
that?
lost his
Yeah.
house
You like that?
recently.
You proud of yourself?
I
Whoa!
had fun.
Oh yeah.
You heard that? I tied that in there, and you were too busy fucking
Hunch-
looking each
hunch-
other in the
yeah.
eyes like,
Yes. At the Hunchback in Notre Dame, I heard you, kid.
yeah, he lost his home.
Oh yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
crazy. The fire, that's nuts.
You know what's crazy is
Apparently
that
they were
most of the shit survived.
Did it?
It's just some part of the roof that burned up, and the like
I
the
didn't
peel
follow it
or
up.
whatever
I
the
just
hell
saw
it's
it.
called fell.
Yeah.
But like the actual like rose stained glass windows, which are like have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years,
Intact.
they survived, and everything's
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But you
Apparently,
know what's crazy is how
they were
much
told-
money was funded for that or raised for
It's
that.
insane.
Yeah, but apparently they had structural problems and they were told about it a while ago. I thought I heard
Oh,
too.
I don't know. I didn't look that deep into it, but
Go on with what you're gonna
Not
talk
that I don't know what
about,
that is with the fire, but
there's some billionaire that was like, I'll personally give $200 million. It's like
that's a
Flint,
flex.
Puerto Rico.
I know.
It's absolutely in the Catholic Church.
They
is
don't
one-
need
The
power.
Catholic Church is
Catholic
already
Church
a
is-
tax-free fucking.
Oh
and-
wait,
and it's one
parts
of
of Africa who don't
it's
even
one of
have
the
like any
richest-
running water at all.
Yeah.
Akon did it.
The
Fuck outta
Catholics.
here.
Got
the
well, not
Catholic
water.
Church
He
is
did
worth,
electricity
like,
with a bunch of places.
billions of dollars. No,
Yeah.
and people are donating money to it. Yeah, you couldn't send 200 million to Flint or like wherever the fuck, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because what? Because they're like really nice buildings,
Instead, you
Right there.
guys.
and they're gonna.
Although maybe that millionaire is just not American. If I was an American and I saw America, I wouldn't.
True.
Be like, "Yo, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
fucking
Well,
do
I don't
that."
know. That's not true. People in America donate to like Haiti and like you know. What I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, America's the asshole
Yeah,
cousin. You know,
I see what you're
where-
saying, but people should just donate to people. Like if something bad happened in America,
sure.
If I had mad bread and there was an opportunity where if I had mad bread, like mad bread, where you know what some people do, they could definitely do some sort of effort to help at least bring
Speaking of,
attention and put money
speaking of,
towards and try
after
to get other people
Nipsey-
to pull in.
after all the spotlight's been shown on what Nipsey Hussle was doing and how he was by no means like stupid rich, right? But he was still doing a lot for the community. How many of those rappers are after all this are kind of just like, ugh, shit, I look like an asshole right now, having like tenfold his wealth and not doing a
Well,
fraction.
you get that with businessmen too.
I know,
You
but
get
I'm
that
just
with
saying, like,
CEOs.
I feel like there's a lot of them that are kind of
But
like
yeah.
stepping back right now because they're like, ugh.
I think the answer to that is kind of like what they do next, right?
true.
Instead of
I guess, yeah,
because if he like with his death, right? If they actually reflect on it, like I didn't do enough,
and actually
I
make
should
changes,
use this
yeah,
money. Yeah,
That's fair.
people like somebody like somebody like Jay-Z. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's got a ton of money, and he like is a big supporter of Nipsey. I remember when I've just heard a lot of stuff about like Nipsey, like with his passing. That
Yeah.
remember when he put out his CD, like oh Jesus,
Jay-Z bought like 100 copies
Yeah,
of it. Yeah.
the one that was $100 and he only 1,000 copies.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I can't think of what album that is off the top of my head. But yeah, Jay-Z bought 100 copies of the 1,000. So he's clearly like a big like Nipsey Hussle supporter.
Yeah.
And like does like but
That's also a business move. You're
Very-
buying like a
absolutely.
limited edition.
and he's making himself like
Yeah.
you know, he's definitely putting his name out there and that. It's like somebody like that who has done stuff like that and put his name specifically out there with Nipsey should especially a guy like that who has insane money,
Yeah,
should really step up and do something.
they literally have like
I wouldn't.
fuck you money.
I'd want to look into because I'm sure there's got to be some stuff. He obviously gives us some amount of charity,
Yeah, and
right?
the thing is, like, I feel like it might be better that they're not just out there being like, this is how much I'm giving to charity. If they're just low key being like, yo, here's $1 million here, $1 million here, and then you find out down the road,
I'm
like, yo,
glad
they've
you
actually donated.
I'm glad you said that because I could see Jay-Z being kind of like one of those guys. Like
Low-key
I'm
about
sure he
it,
didn't
yeah.
even.
But
like,
Beyonce,
when
I
you
don't
s-
think would be, because I feel like her.
Yeah, and when you saw like he gave like what did he give like a bunch of money to like Nipsey's kids for school and stuff, like put a bunch of money in the account,
True, yeah.
something like that. I saw a thing. He probably didn't even want that to get advertised. He's pretty like
Oh yeah,
he's out there, but I could see him being one of the guys that would have it low key. But I know what you mean. Like you
And
want to
I-
see
I
more
wa-
people
and
step
I
up.
wasn't like
No,
I
no,
wasn't
no.
trying to specifically call it Jay-Z.
No, it's just an example.
It was just that like
That's just
yeah,
an
that's a guy
example.
who's like close to Nipsey,
Yep.
who like should have to look.
Oh, completely. I know what
Because
you're saying.
like when you look at how much somebody like Nipsey did, and like he didn't have anything like Jay-Z money.
yeah,
So it's like, what would somebody with Jay-Z money be able to do if they had like Nipsey? You know what I mean? If they were trying to do what they say, if
they
Nipsey had
had- if
Jay-Z's
they had-
resources.
And if they had Nipsey's hustle.
Damn.
Mm.
Bugle boys.
Not my dad!
That's just good wordplay.
yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah, it just goes to see like the scale that like if he can do it at this scale with his means, like the broader scale with someone who has like it'd be something nice. But hopefully that's what I think. I hope there's some inspiration. You know what I mean? You see a lot of like you see the Instagram stuff, you see like the game, you see like different people posting stuff, and it's great. They're missing it. And man, that's fuck. You know what? That's tough. Like you're missing your friend, your brother, your sister, your family.
The Game's another one who's a guy who has quite a bit of money, who's talking a lot now about his passing and that.
Yeah, that's where I was.
what
That's where I was going with it.
a
That-
little bit I've seen.
I don't think he wasn't
was
ever
just
nearly as big as. He doesn't have any kind of like product.
Oh, you're talking about the money, not about
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh
Nipsey.
no. Yeah, we're mixing up. Yeah, you're thinking. Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
been posting about Nipsey a lot. So it's like, but that's what I mean. Hopefully he leads that example and that people like that and
Exactly. Yeah.
give
There's been a
back
whole
and
lot
start
more of
putting
those gang walks and
give
shit.
back. That's been great. But hopefully they like
Hopefully it lasts.
that and hopefully other guys in hip hop and other artists and rappers they start giving back and feeding into their original communities where they came from and trying to support and give back to it and building that up. Because you think about it, if you're investing in your own community when you're at that level and you're trying to pay into, you're really you're giving back to your society because you're getting people in your community who might not have more opportunity to do better things, to be better people
Absolutely.
in the world, moving in the world, better educated, working, making more money, contributing in different ways, or you're giving outlets for people to become the next Jay-Z or the next, Michael Jordan or wherever because they have that like little extra support or something. It'd be cool to see more like people go back to their communities. It's like the cool thing.
It'd
You
be
ever think
cool
about
to
like
see more
it's like tribalism, right?
Governments just did more, so
Yeah,
they didn't have
that
to,
too. But like think about different like tribes of people and stuff like that. Like back in the day where like they talk about like having a kid. It takes like a village to raise a kid, right? If you think about that on like a spectrum of like a town or like a place, like if people who start doing well, they go back to where they came from and they start trying to contribute. And you can do well in anything. I'm not talking about rappers. In any industry, you're doing well, right?
Well,
Go back to where you came from and try to support. How can you help
doesn't
that
even
area?
necessarily have
Wouldn't
to
that be
just
something
back
sick?
where you came from? It's just if you
Not
just
even
support
necessarily, but I'm
a
saying
community
everybody
in
because
general, it's gonna benefit
absolutely.
everyone,
But the reason I'm saying if you go back to your specific one is because like every little community, there's certain people like we have hockey. I just mean people who go into big business. You have people in every community that get out and do well, and if they go back and help feed back into that, more and more of them can come out of that and thrive, and it helps. It's just kind of looking at it as like more connection, right? Like
Just
if
the idea of giving back.
exactly in general, but that's one way you could just specifically if people went, how can I directly? My biggest thing is I'll go back to my community and help this area. But if everyone's doing that, it would be something. But I mean, some communities need it more than others, though, so it's hard. But you know what I mean? That'd be cool.
That's what I do.
You give back to Oshawa and
Yeah,
Whippy.
ever since I blew up,
905.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I go back to the community all the time.
And you still live in the community?
Yep.
Yeah. No, you still.
I'm like Easy. I'm gonna live in my mom's house till I die.
You just wait. Oh man, just try. I'm
Just
holding
keep-
it down.
Just keep my family's
Holding
house.
it down for the
Keep
family.
my family's house in the hood forever. Except my parents have a very nice house.
Yeah.
That's not true. They don't. I mean, that's what
shit.
a few of them have done that. Eh,
Hmm?
like Easy like actually kept like his like old house like in Compton forever. I think like Redman was another one. Like they just kept like even like once they got nice houses, just kept their old houses.
Did they buy it for anybody?
I think like
Who
Easy
lived there?
actually just lived in Compton forever.
Well, until he passed.
Yeah.
Who else? Does anyone live there now?
What lives in
I
Compton?
wonder if it's been sold and given off.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is now.
True. Yeah, I have no
Does
idea.
anyone? Here's an interesting question. Does anyone know what's happening with Little Eazy-E? Remember when he was out for a while? Do you remember him? You remember he beef with Game? Speaking of Game,
Nope.
they had a beef going on for a while, and he was kind of on for a little bit. Little Easy, he had a few tracks like that. We got like I think World Star put it was posting his stuff for a while and that, and he had a little run for a bit. They were dissing each other though, Little Easy and Game back and forth.
Really? I can't remember that. No, I do remember that.
It's a while ago now.
That's a long
yeah.
time ago. Though. That's not high school, but
So I mean, I wonder what happened to Little Easy.
no idea. Do you remember when like Biggie Small's son was out there trying to rap too at one point?
No.
Yeah, he came on. I just remember an interview he went on to what is it, Hot 97 or something. That was the first time I heard of him, but I haven't heard of him since. I think it was one of Biggie's kids. I don't know if he ever went anywhere with it.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Ice Cube's kid was trying to act before he went back into movies.
The other way, you rap before you,
Yeah, he went. That's what I mean. He rapped and then went into movies. But so he was trying to rap at one point too. But then I guess I remember there was some video where he was on a roof rapping or some shit. That's the only Ice Cube's son I remember thing. But I think he did great in that movie. He's been in a few movies. What other movies
You know
did I
who
see
I
him in?
really don't
I swear-
care for?
I did just see him in something. I can't
Yeah,
remember
he's
that.
not bad. I like him. I
He's
like
a
him.
straight outta
But he's
Compton.
like his fucking
No,
dad,
yeah,
right?
I
If
was
you like his
probably-
dad, you probably like him. That's what I mean. Straight Outta
Oh,
Compton
I
was
just
like the
totally
first movie
forgot
that
who
I
the
thought
fuck I was about to talk
was the first
about.
movie I saw him in. But
Oh, Jaden Smith.
what about
I don't
Jaden
care
Smith?
for that dude.
Good kid.
I don't care
Good
for
kid,
I
Mad
don't care for
City.
his music. I've tried, and I also
I
A
like
couple jams,
I
man.
don't
I'll throw
care for
on.
his acting at all. It's the Karate Kid, terrible. And that was when he was young, but so it's okay. But I just watched Skate Kitchen, which turned out to be kind of a chick flick, like a coming of age chick flick. But we
Never
watched it all
heard
with
of
you.
it, to be
It's
honest.
on Netflix. But anyways, he's just fucking not a good actor. He's just because he's like Will Smith's kid,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe. I don't know. I've heard a few. I like a few. There's a few songs I don't mind from. The one that he has with Thugger on the Thugger album was wicked. I thought.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that. He has that other track out that he had that I didn't mind. I fuck with it. It's definitely a
I don't know
young
enough,
person
I
track.
guess, but
Does
like,
it-
it's mostly his
A lot of it
acting
I
that
don't.
bothers me.
I'm not like I'm going to have a
A
download
Jaden Smith
download his
concert,
music.
yeah.
I'd say considering your review was that other track out with his kid.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Whatever
fan of
happened
it.
to Willow Smith?
She whipped her hair back and
Oh
forth.
yeah, and then she just
She's like an artist. I think she does a lot of painting and drawing and shit on Instagram. I've seen it. Yeah, there was a whole beef. I guess she had an issue with her dad at one point or something like that. They had some sort of little tiff.
Jeez.
I don't know. I've just through like. Have you ever watched
Did
the
you
Red
know there's
How could
Table?
you
another
beef
kid?
with Will
Did you know there's
Smith?
another kid?
Well,
that
there's
they don't-
family
Yeah.
stuff, right? I just remember
From
seeing
his like
stuff.
first marriage though.
Yeah, his oldest son Tristan. He does like there's some shows that he does with him. I think is it Tristan his name?
Something like
Can't
that.
remember. Justin.
It's
that is
not.
Yeah, so he does.
It's not a mix of Will and Jada. I know that.
No, it's from his first wife, or his
Yeah,
first
and
like
I'm just
girlfriend.
saying, he's such an outcast in that family. He's like,
No,
"You
he's
guys
not,
all
man.
have
No,
mixed
he's not.
matching
He owns.
names."
No, there's a store.
What's their miss? I don't
He
get
owns,
Jaden is what?
Jada.
No, Justin.
Will and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, Willow. Oh, and Jaden. Okay.
Yo, no, but
I thought
Tom-
you were saying they mixed their names to make their names. I was trying
No.
to figure out that. Yeah,
No,
never mind.
they-
Never mind.
No, Justin isn't really now, guys. He's got the store. There's one of Will Smith's restaurants. I think is named after Justin. I think.
Oh, cool. He gets a restaurant.
Yeah, I was
named
gonna say
after
that's
him.
what you do.
Awesome,
That's
yeah.
what you do when you're like, oh shit, I've been putting way too much on
Steve
No.
Jobs.
this.
Steve
You
Jobs.
get a restaurant.
No, he is
Steve
involved.
Jobs
He has
named
a bunch of
computer
his
after
own.
daughter
He has a
never
clothing
saw.
line.
yeah.
I think he's got like a clothing line and stuff. Like he has his own little businesses and stuff. And he's doing some. You haven't seen any of the Will Smith shows, like the Red Table Talk
It's
with
probably a
Jada
real.
Smith and.
It's probably
No.
a real shitty restaurant too.
Anyway, he has a bunch of.
Steve Jobs named his worst computer after his.
Yeah, I
daughter
get we're
he
making
never saw.
jokes. I get we're making jokes, but no, like I get it. He's not. I don't think
Oh,
he's
no
actually that much of
jokes?
an outcast compared to the other ones.
I know. I was just talking shit.
For
I was
sure.
just more, it's the name thing that I find hilarious that they all share names and it's Tristan or Justin or whatever it is.
Well, it's from the first.
Do you remember that
one, right?
movie?
Yeah.
Will and Justin did together. That really big blockbuster picture.
Will and Justin.
You mean fucking Martin Lawrence?
No,
Bad Boys?
No, never mind. He just he just did them with all the kids he liked. He only did it with the kid he liked. Jaden.
Oh.
Yeah, he never did a movie with Justin.
Yeah.
I
I was supposed to say That went right over my head.
I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. I was
He
just
doesn't
saying.
like him.
You just don't know what happened with. You just don't know anything about it. About
I
his
know
son.
everything about it. He loves Jaden the most. No, sorry, he loves Jada the most. Then Jaden. Then Willow.
Nice.
Then David Blaine. Because if you've seen the David Blaine where he does magic for Will Smith, Will really likes it.
Everyone likes David.
So
Blaine.
yeah, so he
Who
probably
doesn't like a good old David Blaine trick
and
on the
then-
street, man?
And then Justin, his son,
I'm a
his
Street Magic
his
fan for
half
sure.
son.
Cheez-Its.
Who-
What? No.
Who
You
else
remember that
is?
video?
Are you guys Street Magic fans?
I
Who's
love
not a
Street
Street
Magic.
Magic fan? Tell me that.
Nobody I want to be around.
Tell me one person
Yeah.
who, when someone has their mind blown,
I
goes,
love magic and I love
Nah.
the streets.
I didn't really like it, you know. I just I
Austin
didn't-
knows what's gonna happen.
Oh, shots fired at the clarinet kid.
I meant to say Stephen King, but it was Austin defending Stephen King.
Yeah, how did
Stephen
that-
King
the
sits at a
David
magic
Blaine thing,
show
I
and
was
he
like,
just
wait a
goes,
second.
nope.
This will be a
No.
test.
I wrote a really good book, so I know how this trick will end.
This is a test to see if he's listening. If he fucking even notices.
Hey.
Yeah.
What would be the joy in being a storyteller if other stories? I'm already still hot about this, so I gotta. Don't even. Talk about it. I gotta simmer down.
Oh, yeah. Tom's hot about thinking that Stephen King knows every ending to every story because he's a great story writer.
No, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. I'm on the side of no.
He can still be amazed
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
Of
and
course.
not surprised. Yeah, I would think so.
It's one of
There's
the.
infinite realities out
Do you ever
there.
make a beat and you're like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe I made this beat. Every time you hear a song,
Well,
you're-
I'm nowhere
Or
near
what
a
even-
Stephen King.
no, but you know what I mean? Like, when you hear music, you're not like,
Or what even?
I knew you were going to make this song. I
what
don't
if-
know.
think about
trying
like,
to
the best
mix it. I was trying to make it
composers, right?
relatable
What
to
if
like
it's a
us.
shitty ending? You know what I mean? What if it's like that it's a book
Yeah.
and then it doesn't have an ending?
Like
He's
a Chuck
he
Palahniuk
thinks-
ending where
he-
you're just like, ah.
or he's like, oh yeah, this is how this book would end perfectly, and then it's something different. It's just better.
Exactly.
Than, yeah, like he doesn't know how everything's gonna end.
Mm.
He probably comes up with really good endings when he thinks about things.
You fucking hear that? You idiot, you stupid.
Oh, beef.
Get
Yeah.
play a clarinet sample.
That's on the clarinet. I know, motherfucker. Yeah, we'll have to get him back on and debate that situation.
No,
man.
we already did it. We literally
Just
spent
joking.
like 30 minutes. Yeah.
But,
I'm definitely gonna bring it up all the time in person, though.
yeah, you should.
I know I should.
Let him know, dude. Let him know how you feel
I
about
stand
it.
strong on
Break it
this
down. Stand strong. Don't listen to anyone. You guys want to talk
Back
about some
off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, I'll take on.
Back off! I'll take you
anyone.
on.
Whoa, man, are we gonna be?
Are we the 311?
Maybe that should be our fucking new intro song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go jump into Trapped. It's Trapped, right?
Which
also,
doesn't have a
It turns out Trap
dubstep
doesn't
album.
do dubstep.
Yeah, so we were wrong. Well, Gino was wrong. Sorry, no
Yeah,
dubstep.
Gino falsely.
Google, man.
Yeah, Google did fuck up.
I was just reading it off Google. Maybe there's
It was
a.
pretty suspect because it was literally just like a blank tile
Yeah.
instead of having artwork, and it said dubstep 2013.
You know what it
Oh,
is?
what?
What? Maybe they did. They took it down because it was
yeah,
so
maybe.
bad.
You know what?
Like,
maybe
that we should stick to our
damn.
roots.
that's an even better version than what I was thinking. But maybe like Headstrong just has like a dubstep remix.
That's what I thought initially. Yeah, that it might have been some sort of like. I feel like I said that on the
Could've
on
just
the
been a
episode we
remix.
talked about.
I don't think so.
I definitely
Well, here's a gem for the dubsteppers, bruh.
I'll put money on it, bitch.
If you
All
wanna
right,
remix it,
listeners.
do it now.
For all of you, this is Headstrong by Trap dubstep remix.
Yo, but speaking of music, you guys want to get into some new music since we had some albums drop recently? Some
I would
new,
talk a little Trap. Yeah.
I don't know if they've dropped anything recently, but
Oh,
we could talk about the new Anderson Paak.
Anderson Paak. Yeah, it's chill.
I liked it. I was bumping it.
Whoa, not real.
Yeah, dude, fuck.
So there is one.
Is that actually? Of course.
So there's a trap dubstep.
Do you guys know Alexis K by any chance?
Alex K?
Alexis K.
No.
Is there a guy called Alex K?
I
Yeah,
feel like there probably is.
but
You said it really like you.
is
Alex
Alexis
K?
There's
is
some
Alexis K
Adam F. I don't know,
on
man.
fire?
Okay, are we really
Get it?
just gonna jump right in? Nobody.
Alexis on fire?
Did you guys? Anyway,
Nope.
That went right over your head.
are we gonna
Got
talk about
stuck
real
in your
music? Did you
ponytail.
guys listen to the Anderson Paak album?
Yeah, it did. It was good. It's
Yes.
chill. It was better than Oxnard.
It was better.
Is that what it's called? Oxnard? is that-
Oxnard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from where he's from. It's the name of his town.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
liked it.
Ventura.
Stupid town name, stupid album.
I liked Ventura. 11 songs, nice little length to it. I put it on. I listened to the whole thing from front to back, and
Did
I
you
thought it was
dance?
smooth. I was dancing. I was in the whip most of
Me
the
and Tom
time.
danced. Listen
you?
to it at the shop.
I was most of the time I was in the whip.
Oh, shout out Tiger Woods.
Did you guys? We'll get into it. Did you guys listen to it just once? No.
I got twice, but
I
once
listened to it
was on pool deck, so I couldn't really hear it. So
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good album. Definitely was a nice one to come off of that. Yeah, the Oxnard album, which wasn't the best. And
that's more what I wanted to hear. It's just like that kind of.
I felt like it was more like him back in his bag doing his thing. You know, he had his old vibes to it. He did
funky shit.
Yeah, he just did his own. Before it's like,
I would
was Dre involved in this album too?
probably to some degree.
Well, it was better. It was more closer to him doing him. It sounded like before, like even the way he talked in interviews before the Oxnard album, I remember him talking about like, like Dre had me in like redoing every verse and like, it's Dre, you got to do it, right? And that makes sense. It's Dre, right? You're probably gonna do it, especially you're a young artist. I think anyone would, but with him, he's like got his own style, his own kind of vibe, and he's so talented with all the the instruments he plays and how he can like sing and kind of rap, right? So with So yeah, it sounded more like he got back in. Maybe he was in the studio on his own a couple times. Got more back into kind of how he does his process, right? Because like artist processes are like so different. Like,
or maybe he just
depending on who it
planned
is.
on having to, maybe he just tried something new with that album and then knew he was gonna follow through with something
I feel like
else.
I feel like Dre overproduced the last one and was like too.
Yeah, I don't
You know what I mean? Like Anderson wasn't Anderson fully in the last album. Here he felt more like he was
But
comfortable.
at least
and
it
he was
just
home.
shows you that he can just still come back with the same.
Oh yeah, I felt like he was gonna come back. I wasn't worried.
I
Like,
want to hear 100% funk album with Anderson.
Yeah, get
Paak
funkier
doing
with, like, a
drums and
full
vocals.
funk
I think
band.
That'd be so sick.
yeah,
Anytime he's on anything funky, I always love it.
completely.
immediately.
Yeah, he had some good vibes in it. He is probably one of the best modern day soul artists. I think. Would you put him in the soul category? I would. I think
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hard with defining genres. Like it's
he's closest. I'd say he's very soulful with his music.
yeah.
Like it's huge. He's like definitely. But yeah.
He's good though. He's sick. He's honestly one of the best performers I've ever seen live.
Yeah.
He was funny. He's telling jokes. He's handsome. He's ripped.
He seems
He
personable,
was
man.
playing drums like
seems like a nice guy.
boss and rapping and singing at the same time and doing like tricks and shit. It was wild.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Oh, that's dope, man. And then no, I thought so. Good album.
He was a wedding singer, right? That's how he like came
Yeah.
out. That's why he's like
He did a bunch
he's
of
probably
wedding
so used to
singing.
like just being on stage.
Yeah.
And
and singing different songs,
Yeah.
like so many different songs, and just like mixing it up.
Like right before he kind of blew up, like the last like few weddings he did. How good your fucking wedding would have been.
Oh,
if you
hell
had-
yeah,
If you had Anderson
Ah.
back, like right before he's like, okay, I'm ready to go to the majors. Like the last like few he did when he was like,
I'm
Someone
ready to
sees
go to
someone-
the majors.
someone
yeah.
sees him on stage at Coachella and shit, and they're like, I
Hey,
did my fucking wedding.
Sean,
Yeah.
how's Catherine? Like,
Yeah.
Are you guys still together?
That'd be so dope.
Yeah.
not
great.
so much. But you know what? The show was good that night.
It wasn't you. You were too good. Yeah.
You were too good. She wanted to fuck you. I thought she did.
Really brought some
Jesus.
stuff out in her that I wasn't sure about. We're not together now.
Yeah, turns out she she likes a lot of dudes.
Mhm.
Poor
Oh.
John.
Poor John.
Fucking man. Poor John, dude. Not good. But yeah, Anderson Paak, I'll give it you guys got a rating for it off the bat or no? Off the rip? Out of 10. What would you give it out of 10? Of how many listens? Just give it
7.69.
a safe number. Wow.
7.7. This would be a little bit higher.
7.0.
No, it was probably like an 8-ish. I don't know. It was really good.
8.1.
Yeah. I think like the thing with like getting
I didn't like it as much as Malibu,
Yeah, Malibu's still fucking gnarly.
but I liked it a lot better.
I feel like
than
it's
the
also
last one.
gonna grow me a lot over the
Yeah, you
summertime.
should listen to it
Like, when-
again.
especially like driving in your car.
I was surprised you're
shit
not
like
more
that.
hyped on it, man. It was pumped. I mean,
Dude,
even
I
and
was
I
all
could
over
tell
the
it was
place.
really good because like even Amanda was like, "Oh, this is really nice."
Yeah. No, it's really chill. That's
She
the
like
thing.
she gets like I listen to a lot of ignorant shit that she doesn't fuck with, like the Riff Raff album, which I didn't really fuck with.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting chirped when I was playing it at the pool by the older kids. I thought it'd be a nice something new for them to listen to that's not just Drake and all that shit. And they were like,
Should have gone with
how are
Drake.
we supposed to? Yeah, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
You're like, bitch. you
I'm
don't wanna fuck with some
exposing you
Riff?
to good music.
Riff?
Oh, don't
motherfuckers.
expose yourself to
Anderson
some
or
kids.
Riff?
Anderson.
Okay, I mentioned Riff, so I thought you were talking about Riff
No,
Raff, and
no.
I was like, whoa, yeah, you're getting too good with this good music. Not that
Riff
it's not
Raff,
good music.
Every
I like
once
a lot
in
of his
while,
music.
like yo,
Yeah.
he has a He has a clip that he put on his Instagram recently where it's this like 80s like synth wave and he's like singing on it and it's fucking really catchy and it's really good. And he said it's coming on he's got like 4 albums coming out this
He's
year.
always just putting out so much shit.
And every now and then
Because
he
it's
hits a catchy track,
He's the
right?
definition of quantity over quality.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's just every once in a while he has one that clicks and you're
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's like, if I went through, I could probably find a fair amount on my playlist that I've downloaded from
Tiptoeing
DJing
1
and
through
shit.
8.
Yeah, like a bunch of those. The last one was good. That was the pretty well.
3, yeah.
I agree. That's pretty well the only song I really bumped off the album that I liked a lot. Yeah, it was I saw Wiz Khalifa's dropping an album, I guess, on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Or a project, not an album, but a project. I bet you it'll be like a couple track EP or some shit.
I thought he said it.
Is it a full project, like an
I
album?
thought he said album.
That'd be dope. I thought I said just a project.
Dropping an album on
Yeah.
420.
Ooh,
Don't forget, you
nice. I fucking posted it, bro. I forgot though. I thought it's a project. I totally don't read shit properly.
Hey,
I zipped
Chrissy,
through.
don't be a bish. It's 420.
Read the whole fucking thing, man. I know I should. My bad. I slipped up. I do it all the time with emails. I'm like, ugh, I should have read
I
that
know.
whole
I'm
email.
really bad with that.
Because I'm just like annoyed. I'm like, I'm trying to get through reading this. Where's the fucking shit that I need to do? Okay. And then I'll think to myself, I wonder. And then I'm like, oh, I should go check the email. I'm like, oh, there you go for what I
I'm
finished.
also really terrible at reading something and totally reading it and hearing it in my head. And then
How
as
you
soon
think
as
it's yes.
no, but then as soon
Oh.
as I leave, I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah,
did I
let
just
him
read?
finish.
Like,
Bitch.
I gotta sleep more. That's what it is.
I let everyone finish.
Pause.
Ooh.
Phasing.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna buy a cheesecake on the way home.
Jesus.
A full
Sure you didn't have those
cheesecake?
edibles, man?
From where?
I don't know. Maybe there's just a grocery store. Why? You know a cheesecake place?
No, I'm not even a fan of cheesecake.
Really?
I like my cheese and my cake on 2 separate plates.
Dude, I went to the wine. We had the food tasting from the venue, man, and we actually settled on the Godiva cheesecake.
The thing
Ooh,
is,
I'm
I know
going
I'd
to that.
probably
Hey,
like
man,
it.
it's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
know I'd probably
it's
like it, but
gonna
at
be
this
tight,
point in
man.
my life,
Oh,
I don't need
you wanna be
cheesecake.
one of
You
yo?
guys want to hear something bad?
you
I gotta
wanna-
talk to you about something.
Yo, right now, I'll
No.
let you know. Do you want to be one of the ushers? Help usher people in
Uh,
if you're not too drunk.
sounds
something
like
like-
we'll talk about it off air. It sounds like a lot of responsibility.
I was like, no. You just gotta stand at the start. And
Yeah?
just say, hey, go sit down, and that's it.
I could probably do that.
Yeah, all right, man. I won't give you the responsibility. It's all
I
good,
think
bro.
I could do it.
It's all right.
I'll do it. But you guys want to hear something terrible?
Yo, right away you're like, wait a second. I want to see how like much this entails.
I think we're good.
Yeah, you can cover. You'll be all right, man.
All right.
I wouldn't put something in your hands that
You
you
wouldn't
couldn't
give me an
handle.
important job?
Yeah, like I wouldn't say like Amanda's not gonna come to you and be like, yo, make sure Chris is sober. You know, hold the rings.
Yeah, don't do that. I just
No.
don't want to do much pressure. So, I'm supposed to go to a wedding, not this weekend, but next weekend, and I double booked myself.
Oh
I
shit.
know. What should I do?
2 weddings?
No, I got
Same day?
a pop-up like event.
Oh, for the store.
Yeah, and I've already paid for like our spot there.
You
Like,
want
we're
Tom,
gonna,
you
and
want
we're gonna
Tom to
do
go
it,
to the wedding for you and pretend he's you?
but I was thinking of
Well,
just
how good of a like how close are they to
not very close.
you? I would go business.
I'm
first
gonna
on
go
that one.
business, but
I would go business first. On
it's
that
gonna
one.
suck because I've already
If
like
they were closer
RSVP'd.
to you, I would have.
Who is
been,
it?
Like,
Who is it to you?
friends first,
It's like
maybe.
it's just like a friend. of
Well,
mine.
don't you have a buddy that, or like the dude that's like working with you now? Could he not?
But he's
hold
gonna
it down?
Me and him are gonna go there, and we're gonna have one guy at the store.
Oh,
So he can't go by
true,
himself 'cause he'd
true,
have to,
true,
you know,
true,
he'd have to
shut down the store.
unload, pack.
Yeah.
It'd be
Can you get
impossible
someone to
do.
run the store for you for the day?
I could, but then I'd have to pay someone, and then like it'd be somebody
Who doesn't?
kind of random there by themselves on a
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, busy day.
So it's kind of like a kind of so.
Yeah.
But I haven't told him yet, and I just realized I realized like just the other
Yeah,
day.
you're in a tight spot.
I was like, oh shit, I'm kind of doing something that day. Like after we got our
Because
confirmation thing.
you're going to leave the kid at the store, and then you and your boy are going to go to the thing?
Yeah, and maybe get somebody else at the store too.
Just
but-
yeah.
But yeah, then that's already, you know what I mean. So yeah,
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna have to go business, but it just sucks having to tell him. I'd be like, hey man, thanks for really inviting me to the most important day of your life. I'm gonna show up really late.
I gotta go make money instead.
I think I'm gonna just go, and I'm just gonna like bring my suit, and I'm just gonna go to the reception after. Like,
What time does the reception start?
I don't know, who knows? Regular
Probably starts at like
7ish, right?
6.
6, 7, yeah.
Oh, probably
Hey
6.
man, I had to make money during
7,
the day,
yeah,
but I'll come
7,
and party with you
6:37.
later.
What?
You think it's better just not go?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just playing the fucking devil on the shoulders.
Yeah, I'm sure if you missed the wedding part, cause I've been to a wedding before where they had the fucking you got the part where they got married
Yeah.
was at like noon,
Yeah.
and then it was like a 4-hour break, and
Yeah, that's what most weddings are at.
is that one like that?
I'm
4-hour
not sure.
break? No, I thought it was like pretty
Some
much
do
like
that.
do it, let's go.
Some
let's
don't.
party.
Some have the break. So this one had the
Some,
break.
I've been to
the
ones.
fuck?
I've been to
Mine
both.
is
You do,
mine
that
is
people
like
just drinking
mine
at
is
that
like 5:30 reset 5:30 like have the 5 to 5:30 of the wedding. It's like 20 minutes. I do.
Let's
and then
go,
right
let's
over
go,
to the
yeah.
party, dude.
A lot of the
I
ones,
do already.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of
man.
the ones that have a break, you're at like a
They're
convention
religious,
center
church.
or like
They do the wedding wedding to the church,
Hold
and
on,
then they go to
man.
the reception.
So settle down.
I'm
I
excited.
was trying to tell Tom something. Exactly.
How many weddings you fucking been to?
A lot of the ones that like have big breaks, they're at like a convention center or like a hotel or something. So people just go to like what I mean? They all go to like the same place.
Or
or
go to
whatever.
their rooms and shit. Yeah.
Wrong.
Uh,
No, that could be
the one I went to is like that.
the one I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The one I went to. We went to some church in Toronto, and then they fucking had the next part. Oh man.
We're both just talking like
Hopefully they
fucking
don't listen to this.
experts.
I'm not even
It's
talking shit. It
like
was a nice. It was a wicked wedding. It was nice. But yeah, they had a 4-hour break, and it was like church in Toronto, then Vaughan for the reception at some like place. But I was gonna say, so you were saying because it was at a big convention center. I was just gonna
So
say.
what, you sit in your nice clothes the whole time, or do you change?
We went
your stuff?
home,
I would
and then
I'd be
we
like,
stayed
yo,
in the
I'm-
clothes.
I'm putting my sweatpants on now, bitch. Like I'm not sitting for 4 hours in these nice clothes.
Yeah, you can get changed, come back. You go to the reception. You still need to wear a suit at the reception.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
We just came home, had lunch, had a few drinks, then went back to Vaughan after.
No.
But for ours, no, I wouldn't do it like that. But that's just because it was in a church. So I thought you were gonna say because it's in a church.
Oh yeah, that too. You had to leave the church. You can't party up at the church.
No, you can't party at the church. That's why I was like,
partied at a church.
Yeah, you
I'm
party
partying
at a church.
My
I
shit's
drank
fuck
all the
yeah.
fucking
That
wine.
shit's lit.
All the wine. The blood of Christ, which is the wine. You drank it.
Just doing lines off the Bible.
That
No, I'm
doesn't
just
sound
kidding.
very
That's
appropriate,
wild.
man. That didn't sound very appropriate whatsoever.
What a thing to say.
Oh man, did you guys catch any of the Coachella?
Yeah, I watched a
No.
lot of it.
Yeah, you were saying you watched a bunch of it. You
I
saw
watched
YG
tons of
said he
it.
said
I
it was
watched
real
tons of
good.
it every year. Yeah, maybe Coachella.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty chill. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched all the YG set. It was
I'm
really
looking
good.
forward to Flotella.
What's that?
It's this thing that happens at our buddy's cottage. It's just like. It was actually called a flotilla or some shit, but we were calling it Flotella. Or Flochella? Flochella, I think. But anyways, it's at our buddy's cottage where it's just this like houseboat drives around with people playing live music like around the perimeter.
That's so cool.
I know, and then people just like tow up on it and they just tow them around.
Was that in the States?
No, it happened at Clarinet Kids fucking.
Oh yeah,
And he was getting so mad because
Oh
we
my
kept calling
God.
it Flochella and not Flotilla or whatever. And I was like, yo, this is a
That's
way
such a better
cooler
name, yeah.
right? I was like, it's a way cooler name.
It's like you guys were so close.
And yo, it was hilarious. We were
When's that?
wasted, and I just like we paddled out, and we were just like hanging out, and, like smoking, and these people were just like drinking in their boats, like hanging out.
I was
listening
gonna,
to
that's not
music.
during Guys Weekend. Though. That's in the summer.
I think it,
Was it Guys Weekend?
we
Last
only
year?
went one time last year, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, we only did Guys Weekend.
Yeah, it was definitely during that weekend.
Oh yeah. Wait a sec, but we weren't in the water.
We were. So maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
that time.
No,
Maybe
you
it was
guys went
2
a
summers
bunch.
ago. I think it was 2 summers ago then.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Either
I
way,
was
it
there the
was
whole
fucking-
weekend, and I don't.
Yeah, you
remember-
went to the first Guys Weekend.
I
That's
was gonna say-
why.
I was gonna say I don't remember a festival of.
Yeah,
boats
it was.
going around.
It's a great idea though, man. Like, it was.
It's later in
and
the
then,
year,
like,
but
everyone
we'll
was,
go
like,
back.
Coming down from their
That's dope.
cottages and like hanging out near the water, and it was like a little lake festival kind of thing. But it was kind of dumb because they didn't do it very long, and then like you'd hear it for like 30 minutes while it's here, and then it would just slowly be fading away. And, you're
then
like,
it come back?
And it slowly fades back in, and it's coming around.
That's
They only
pretty-
did like 2 laps though, and it's not that big of a
It'd be
lake.
sick if there was like a big rope. Like everyone grab on.
That's kind of what they were doing, I think. Like
No, like you could just float around on like a tube. Just
that's
tied
what
to it,
that's
just
what
like,
Dan did.
da, da,
Dan
da,
was in
da.
a tube, and I was on my paddleboard, and we were just like, yeah,
Jamming.
it was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely not Guys Weekend because we were not in
Yeah,
the
'cause
water.
it was
it's like
warm. It was
early,
hot out,
dude.
yeah.
I don't think we've ever been. You have to jump in just for the cloud, but that's it. Yeah, he did last year. Gino jumped in.
Oh yeah, I
Hell
was
yeah, I
thinking
did.
of
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Tay didn't.
Yeah, he won't listen to this podcast because he never does. So yeah, he never jumped in, and I was pissed. I was like,
I was
wow.
actually really
He,
mad.
he
He was
invited
the-
himself up too.
He's the only person not to do it. I did it.
It was funny.
Dan and I were getting kind of ruthless when we were intoxicated.
You
about
should have
chirping
been.
him about
You
it.
should be.
Yeah,
They've
you
been-
should be. He didn't jump in the water,
and
man.
it's
I was
and,
pissed.
and
I was
it's like it's like
and he
it's a
invited himself up.
It's
and
a
he-
tradition, man. Like
Yeah.
you do it. It sucks.
Yep.
And it's like
yeah,
it's,
how are you gonna break a tradition?
and it's not like it wasn't like dangerous or anything. It's not like it was the winter. You know what I mean?
No,
It was just
like,
cold.
it's
Yeah,
totally
it's
fine.
cold water. Yeah.
You're not gonna die at all.
Exactly.
Like, you could
It's
dry
just
off naturally.
cold,
in
yeah.
the air and
And-
just still be cold, but you're not gonna die.
All you had to do was jump in.
We swam to the other
Yeah,
side.
we had to
Yeah.
swim to the island and back.
That's what you guys said too.
We
Yeah.
broke that rule at points, but pretty well. I swam to the fucking island and back.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
and because it was Robbie, the only other swimmer.
And I jumped in
we
the
had to
second time.
race.
Oh
And
yeah,
that
you guys.
was rough.
Oh yeah, because you guys came up the first year you guys came. It was you and two that were by yourself. Edmonds, I don't think swam to the island. I think he just jumped in.
Yeah,
I'm glad
obviously.
I'm glad you guys mended those rules because I'm not a great swimmer.
Yeah, it's okay. Edmonds,
my-
a bunch of people didn't
my
jump
first
in.
and my first and last guys weekend.
Yeah. He's like, I'm never coming back. I'm scared.
Shit.
Nah, don't be scared.
We're gonna play a way bigger game of Stella Ella this year.
Stella Ella. We got yelled at for that though.
Yeah,
Too
but it was
loud.
like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we were ruthless at 3 a.m. playing Stella.
I just like
Ella.
to imagine someone on the other side of the lake waking up in the middle of the night to like this faint Stella Ella Ola.
Bunch of dudes too. Not even like a
clap.
not even like a female voice, just masculine dudes.
Like, wow,
just
those are
yelling.
the ugliest sounding chicks I've ever heard.
Yeah, like what the fuck are they playing, man?
That was a good
Yo.
time.
But the only thing I was gonna say about the Coachella thing was how YG had the fucking put the 6ix9ine and said stop snitching up on the screen as he was doing
yeah,
it.
that's funny.
I was like, yeesh. But facts, man. Fair.
He went through a bunch of meme stuff though, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like
I
he
think so.
brought someone out. Yeah.
Tyga. Yeah, you said he pulled Tyga up and was like
It was
Tyga.
good. Him and Tyga did Bitches Ain't Shit. Like, because it's Tyga, Nipsey, and YG on that song. I remember that
Ooh.
song. Came out like 2011 or something.
Yeah.
I remember that song. I remember sharing it on Buckle's Facebook wall. That's how old it was. Yeah. It was like I posted on World Star, sharing the link.
Yeah, man. It just reminded me of that stupid Fox anchor who fucking was saying like
Oh yeah, what a dumb bitch.
Where they were laughing about
laughing,
it. It was
just make
ruthless.
Did she
chuckling
Michael,
about the death of Nipsey and had the fucking fuck Donald Trump saying it was like his song and shit.
Even though it's clear, that was the funny part.
It was labeled YG.
clearly
Yeah.
said artist YG.
Did you see Michael Rappaport just shitting on that lady? It was pretty hilarious. Basically, just made fun of her.
yeah,
teeth.
he's a comedian. He goes in on ruthless. He can
Well, he
be
was
ruthless
ruthless,
and
but-
say dumb shit. It'll be
I
like
feel like he's like clout chasing comedian.
Well, yeah, he's a gimmick, right? Anytime something big happens, but
Yeah,
when she started
it's
laughing,
always
yeah,
at
but
it-
he's a hip hop head through and through. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
he
he-
touches on
for
hip
sure,
hop.
but it's
but
funny.
he's,
Like
but he's right though. Like this, she shouldn't have
I
been.
know, but
laughing
there
at
was some,
Nipsey.
I remember seeing some tweets at that dude or like Twitter replies where people were like, "Yo, Michael Rappaport's the kind of guy that gets invited to a cookout one time and then shows up all the other times, and people are just kind of like, what the fuck?"
Yeah, he seems like an alright guy.
I don't know. I just think it's funny that it's. I feel like him and the game are kind of on the same level with just kind of like
He's like the
riding the whatever's happening right now.
He's
Wave.
like the white game.
The white game, the no game.
Listen here, game. That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. And then game would come back and it's
You fucking.
you fucking ex-gangster, fake-ass rapper says the same freestyle every time for the last
Yeah.
5 years. I seen the YouTube videos. I know how to work the YouTube. You know what I mean?
At the
what
same
Michael
time,
Rappaport.
when I was actually driving over here to Chris's "This Is How We Do" came on the Fly channel.
great
I was listening
song.
Yeah, and I
That beat is so good.
banging that West Side Story and Hate It or Love It are some of the 3
Start from scratch.
top hip hop tracks for me of like.
Game has some classics, man. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Start from scratch. We ain't with Eminem.
But like the game and Fitty before they had beef and all that, I feel like that was
Yeah, the
like
game was
a-
tight, man.
That was a crazy
Hell
time.
yeah.
That they were making crazy music. together.
Absolutely. Especially with like Dr. Dre beats and that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
When that was all connecting. But Compton is where I'm from.
Yeah, no, the game had some awesome music back in the day. Just I haven't listened to much. I haven't been bumping a whole bunch of it.
I don't even know.
He
if
really.
What has he
changed the
released
game.
recently?
I have no idea.
I'm not even sure. I could be sleeping though. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Oh man, did you see guys? Waka Flocka's studio got shot up.
Yeah, he's fine though, right?
Yeah, he was fine. Was he even? I think he was there, but was he there? I don't know, but it's apparently his studio got shot up. That's wild. Not wild, but wild. Disappointing. Yeah. You guys got some big text going on?
Who the fuck would try to shoot Waka, man? I love Waka.
Yeah, of course.
He's a
Waka's
big guy.
Waka's one of my favorites.
I don't know. I didn't see it develop, but it's just lucky that no one got hurt and no one got, did anyone get injured in it? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think anyone got
Well,
hurt.
they said Waka wasn't, but that's
Yeah.
all. That's all I saw. Like, that's the only report.
Yeah, well, hopefully no
time
one
I
got
saw it.
hurt, and if but you don't like seeing that stuff,
Mm-mm.
so that's a little extra. You guys watching any of the playoffs this year for hockey or basketball?
For hockey.
For hockey?
For basketball.
No.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't Drake at the game last night?
Yeah, and they lost.
The Drake effect.
Yeah, but I
It's a
saw a
thing.
bunch of fans
It's
go
a thing.
on. I know there was some shit posted online. I think ESPN or TSN. I saw it posted, and then but a couple fans were like, can we be honest? Like the Leafs have been losing since like the last time Tim Horton was playing, so we can't really blame Drake for this one. And I was like,
Didn't they have 2 wins in a row?
True. I don't know, man.
Wasn't this game at home?
Ooh. Well, hopefully they'll come in tomorrow and do
I'm
well.
just saying, it's funny that I literally.
Oh, it's
said
hilarious. I'm
Conkle-
definitely.
I was playing Zombies. I was playing Blackout or Call of Duty Zombies with Conkle, and he was like watching the game at the same time. And he's like, "Oh, Drake's here," and I was like, "Uh-oh, they're gonna lose, man. It's the
100%.
Drake effect." And he's
Oh,
like,
no,
"What
for
are you
sure.
talking about?" I was
Yeah,
like,
it's a Drake effect for sure. But
he shows up and they lose. He roots for them and they lose.
All the
Yeah.
time, man. It seems to happen all the time.
You know what that feels like? It feels like he's got some sort of weird like magic charm where it's like he's got too much good going for him that he just radiates the opposite, you know?
he can't cheer for a winning team.
Yeah, it's like, nah, man.
You don't get this. You don't get
This
this
is the
feeling.
balance of the universe, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to
Remember-
enjoy cheering for a team that's gonna do well and win.
Remember what he did in the playoffs?
For what?
For NFL?
Oh yeah.
He was like, for everybody who says the Drake effect. He
Oh, yeah, like all
wore
the
sweater had all
yeah,
of them.
that's what I
And
thought
then-
it was. I
yeah.
said that to Conkle, but I thought it was for the basketball. I thought it was for like March Madness
it
or
was for
something.
NFL. He wore the 4 teams in the finals, and then both games went to like overtime. Like they
The Super Bowl is
it has to
boring as
finish.
shit.
Yeah.
It was like extra fishy, but it was funny. What are you doing, Gino? Getting heavy on the phone? Nice.
Idiot.
Nice.
I never lose eBay bids.
Well, only 51 minutes deep, boys.
I'm hungry, actually, man.
Yeah, you guys seem like you're winding down and you're done. No, we can't be done at 51. All
51
right.
minutes
This is the
50
Bugle Boys
minutes longer than it
podcast
normally
episode.
lasts.
Now, we'll end now, man. It's all good.
It's a weird ending.
No, you guys seem like you're down. You guys are just sitting there looking at your phone. Oh,
What
you're
the
quiet.
fuck?
I thought we were calling it a day.
How the fuck am I getting lumped into this shit
Nah.
right now?
Well, what else
Yeah,
you guys
so
want to
it
go
gets
into?
up for a minute.
Is there anything else you guys want to go into?
Not anymore.
Yeah, we just wrapping it up.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. We can keep going. We can keep going. What? What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, Tiger Woods won the Masters.
Yeah,
that
shouts
was
out
cool.
to Tiger Woods. That was wild, man. Good for him. Were you guys watching it all weekend or no?
I watched a lot of it.
Yeah, I tuned in.
I bet on him to win.
Yeah, I watched a bit on Saturday and then I tuned in hard all Sunday and finished that out.
Red shirt.
That was a good bet. You put money down on it, right?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, your boy knows a lot about golf.
Yeah, okay. You golfer?
Big time.
Which you're a scratch golfer for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I do scratch when I golf.
Yo, but it was pretty nice to see him come up and win and have that moment
Hell yeah.
with his what's it
There's a
called? With
video
his
that I
son.
didn't watch, but I kept seeing it on Reddit where it was a video of him like watching a video of people
Talking shit?
about him.
And he was smiling and laughing. He just
Yeah.
thought it was funny. Yeah. He handled it pretty well. I like that. I
Did
should've-
you also see the video of him when the guy had the T-shirt of his mug?
So good, yeah.
And he's just like
I like
Kinda gave it a
smiles and,
smile,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a G, man. He handled it all well.
Tiger is a G.
Like why? I don't know. I was never in the fuck that guy crowd
Never,
at all
man.
because he was literally just doing what every rich guy does.
Well, the whole thing was he just kind of like lied, right? Like he's just like, oh, like I'm a big family man. He should have just been like, if he would have just been like, oh, I'm a single guy and like I bang a lot of chicks.
Which is what Donald Trump, you know,
But if he got caught banging a ton of chicks, people would be really mad about it.
he's been he's had infidelity with his wife with porn stars and shit,
I know, but
which is like a known fact. But people are still like, nah, he's still the best president,
Yeah.
you know.
He's
But
a-
I guess it's
jeez.
different because Tiger Woods is half black, right?
What does it make that
Yeah,
different
this
though?
is gonna get This is gonna get weird.
I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a different perspective anytime there's color involved.
For what?
Between Tiger
What?
Woods and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't know.
Perspective on just like infidelity, you know? Shit
It's
like that.
okay if who does it.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are you saying?
I don't know, but I just feel like
I'm confused. That's
Donald
all.
Trump was
That's
he's
such a.
he's like banged a porn star and shit, and everyone like knows it. and
Good,
then-
okay, because he's a white guy, he can get
yeah,
away
and
with
they're
shit.
just like, oh,
I mean, that's life. If you're a
What?
white
But
guy,
everybody forgave Tiger too.
but I feel like they were a lot more harsh, is what I'm saying.
they were
initially.
harder on Tiger Woods. Well, golf in general is gonna be harder on Tiger Woods because golf is a fucking
A white man's sport.
white man sport.
Donald Trump wins the Masters. Nobody will care who he banged.
He's apparently a really
Yeah,
terrible
facts,
golfer.
man. You know what? The Masters is fucking respectable.
Then
You
they'll
win that,
respect
you're
him even more because they used to have footage of him being really bad.
No, but I think what Tom was saying is that Donald Trump got away with being a slime, with like not being a slime ball. Whatever he touched, whatever he had. I guess
Don't
he
put
banged.
words in Tom's mouth. He has no idea what he was saying.
No, you guys were tripping me up. I thought I was going somewhere, but
No,
I
he's
had
sa-
to keep bringing it back for y'all.
No,
I
I
had to
think
dumb it down.
I think what Tom was just trying to say is that Donald Trump gets away with more because he's a white guy. Like,
Pretty much.
yeah, man, white privilege. Of course
Pretty
he
much,
does.
yeah.
Man, fuck.
That's the root of all
Some
evil.
bullshit.
Right
He
there.
got away with it too. I don't get it. I don't get what we're saying here.
Yeah, no, of course, but I'm just,
Say,
I'm just
saying-
saying, I expect
basically-
rich guys to be banging
rich guys,
chicks.
yeah. I don't think it's a white guy,
Basically,
black
we're
guy
cool-
thing. Those
no,
guys are
no,
both,
no,
those guys are both
100%.
super rich, so they got away with it. It's kind of what happened.
yeah, I was saying Tiger Woods is he was.
That's a white
yeah.
guy and a black guy who both got away
But people were the golf community was so fucking blackballing Tiger.
with. But
and shit
everybody tried to
before.
blackball Donald Trump too.
Did
They-
Tiger
people-
ever lose his Nike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Lost
lost
it
it for a bit, but he
for
got
a
it back.
How did he get it
Such
back?
pinch.
Just by
'Cause he's
doing
Tiger
it?
Woods.
Just by playing golf again and not winning
By
until
black
now?
privilege, I guess.
Oh, jeez. Yo, but I think the thing
we
with
say
Tiger
that?
Woods
I
is
don't
Tiger
know.
Woods
I
is such.
can't.
Tiger Woods is more than just being a wicked golfer. Is he's like
It's
this.
a comeback story. Everyone loves a comeback
The
story.
comeback story he loves, but I'm saying is like in general is like you can't never really hate. You can't hate Tiger. If he hadn't have won this, I
lot of
still
people
like.
did.
I know, but okay. I guess a lot of people did, but I didn't. I still would pay attention to Tiger because you never know when it can happen, and it happened.
It was
He
also
blew-
hilarious.
He went off, man, like
About
a
his
fucking
wife
G.
like smashing his car with the golf clubs.
Remember on South Park?
The
Yeah.
South Park,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, poor guy. Hey man,
Tiger.
life's good. He's moving on. He's got a new wife, or a new girlfriend, and he just won the Masters. And he's got a green jacket, and he won it in the red. But I like that. What I was saying at the beginning was it was cool. I liked that you saw how.
What do you mean he won?
Remember
in
when he
red? What
won?
does that
He
mean?
always wears his red shirt.
Oh.
Red,
He wears his red shirt on Sunday,
Red and
but
black?
yeah.
Black
Red with his
pants?
black hat.
Black pants?
So he, but yeah, when he first won it when he first won it the first time, it was a big thing, and he hugged his dad, and then this time he came off,
hugged
he
his
won,
kid.
hugged his kid.
Saw that.
But did you guys see that old interview where he's sitting there talking as like a young guy, like way before he won it, and he's saying how much it meant to him to win the Masters, just because he's like, how it means for like a black guy, African American, to win that kind of sport in that area, just the way that it's treated, because it's
it was huge,
predominantly
man.
it's
First
a
black
country
Masters
club,
champion,
man.
100%.
Here's a question. Do you think he
That's
would have
awesome, man.
gone
It's just
nearly
some
as
big-
far if he didn't have a fucking sick name?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a really good golfer.
Same thing with Tony Hawk. This
Well-
is how I feel. Tiger Woods, Tony Hawk. Do you think if their names were like Brandon Holloway?
Tiger's real name is Eldrick.
So see exactly.
So he changed it.
See,
Dang
and I feel
God.
like because that helped perpetuate the man, the myth, the legend, Tiger Woods. It's a more
Eldrick
of a
Woods.
branding.
But he's won. But he has the hardware to back up his name.
I'm
I
not
know,
saying.
but
I'm just saying.
Tony Hawk's
but-
a really good skateboarder.
yeah.
He's got the hardware.
So
saying-
is Bob Burnquist.
I'm just saying. Do you
Like,
think having
Bob Burnquist. Good point.
So is Danny Way. Like, you know what I mean?
Those aren't amazing names, are they?
Yeah, what are you talking
No,
about?
that's what I'm saying. But that's why those guys aren't as famous as Tony Hawk.
Oh,
They're both
okay.
really good skateboarders too.
Yeah.
But that skateboarding's a weird one because skateboarding is like Tony Hawk's like mainstream famous, but there's so many
Okay,
guys that
who-
are
who were we
bubbling.
just talking about?
Think about think about typical like your top typical sports.
Who are we talking
Tiger
about?
Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah.
Think
well,
about mainstream sports like
Justin McElroy's a really good golfer. Or sorry, Rory McIlroy. I was thinking of Justin.
Mark McGuire is just a regular name.
Jason Derulo.
Wayne
That's a good
Gretzky.
name.
Wayne
That is a
Gretzky.
sick name.
Wayne Gretzky. Eric,
I think that one was more skill over everything.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't
it's just
need-
if you've got a good name,
Tim
it's easier to
Horton?
marker.
it turned out to be a store after because he's the one who invented it.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think the name helped perpetuate that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't hurt, man. It didn't hurt. It was a very marketable name. It's a cool marketable name, but
And he's really, really good.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Is like he has the hardware to back it up. You're not like, oh, he's.
I
Yeah,
still
it
think
helped the marketing, but it didn't
Actually, I
have.
heard
He's
it's
still
been
one of the best
CGI.
golfers.
EA Sports probably wouldn't have been as cool if it was called like Eldrick Woods
Exactly, right?
19. Yeah.
Tiger Woods golf games were sick.
They're so sick.
When you would if you got the perfect hit and it would do like the tiger growl.
I don't know. One of my favorite golfers was John Daly, but whatever.
John Daly's the fucking man.
He's the fucking
Shout
man.
out friend of the podcast,
Friend of the
John
podcast. He
Daly.
can show up any
He's
day
my
of the
favorite
week.
golfer of all time.
Bugle.
I
Bugle.
feel like
boys.
I played. He's like a fatter, older guy.
Oh,
that used
yeah,
to
he is.
smoke
Dude,
all
he
the
was
time,
trying to hit.
right?
Remember when he was trying to hit the
He
ball
teed
over
off
the
a beer
Niagara
can.
Falls?
Oh, remember when he teed off a beer can?
Dude, he used to do trick shots, all the trick shots all
There
the
was a
time.
video there's a video just the other day that came out. Somebody ran into him at like a mini
and he
putt.
laid down and he shot it off his mouth.
No, he's just like they're like, oh, like you can't get a hole in one, so he did it with one hand while he was smoking.
Yeah, I saw
the
this-
guy like bet you $100 you can't do it. So he just started.
He
smoking
just
and hit it with
lingers
one
around
hand.
mini putt waiting for that chance.
Dude, he did another one where he was like out of driving range or whatever, and he had the guy put the tee in his mouth, and he just fucking shot it off him. Like just
I
this
would
shit. Like,
Not a chance in the world.
yeah,
do that.
he's a G. And remember when he was trying to hit over Niagara Falls?
He's a legend, man.
Yeah, he's a legend. He won
He's
it.
got
He
a
wasn't even
cannon,
supposed to
too.
win, man.
He's on some Happy Gilmore shit. He can drive. He can. he'll
Yeah,
get the ball,
that's
too.
why he just drove, and that he hasn't won a lot, but he won.
You know, like on Barstool when they ask people all the time, they'll ask people, be like, LeBron, what are Saturdays for? And they'll like answer sometimes. And they asked John Daly, they're like, they're always supposed to say like for the boys. And
Oh, I know.
They asked John Daly, they're like, John, what are Saturdays for? He goes, sorry boys, Saturdays for naked ladies in my hot tub.
Yeah, he won up that shit.
Yeah, but he's probably not even lying because he's a party animal.
He loves to party, man.
Still probably, eh?
Oh, dude, yes, for still.
Because he's got that bread too.
Oh yeah, I think he just goes down to the mini putt and hustles a little bit. Makes
Yeah.
like $600 and just goes and parties.
He's out in Florida just fucking drinking
I
Florida
think so, man.
tracksuits,
I think
hanging
he's
in
just drinking
Florida,
like $2 Florida
wearing the
tracksuits.
fucking Pit
100%.
Viper
Tommy
sunglasses.
Bahama shirt unbuttoned, like
with the Pit Viper sunglasses.
100%. And is just so good at golf. He's like Hancock, but like for golf.
Nah.
He's just really good. But
He's
doesn't
like
want to use
Hank.
doesn't want to use his talent for anything. Goes down to the mini putt, and just hustles.
He's like, I'm good. He's sitting there. He's just going down to Fridays, TGI Fridays
Yeah.
at the end, just drinking a
Margaritaville,
bunch,
yeah.
getting a fucking bloomin' onion.
Just getting a couple hurricanes at Jimmy Buffett's. Whew, fuck.
That's where I want to reside.
I wish we had Margaritaville in Canada. Shout out Jimmy Buffett, friend of the show.
We'd have him on if we could.
I think, but there might be one in Toronto actually. Now I think about it.
Margaritaville?
Yeah,
I have no idea. I've never been if there is.
perhaps.
We should look that up. And
Bugle
then one day
Boys
we can
road
go.
trip.
Ooh, Bugle Boys road trip.
I want to get
Okay.
in and out as well.
Get an in and out.
Yeah,
Just man, I want to go to California still, man. We should plan that
Checkers
trip.
is
And
bang.
Checkers is so good. Hardee's is really good.
I miss
Sonic
Checkers.
is really good.
I don't like Sonic. I'm not
No,
a
that Sonic
fan.
is just like you fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like it's like really smashable food.
I miss Checkers so much, man.
Sonic has that really good ice cream.
yo, I'm debating whether or not for my like where she wants to. I didn't want to go on a honeymoon because we're going to like.
You want to go to
You
Checkers?
guys gonna go to In and Out?
Yeah.
No, I was just saying because I want to go to the States. I want to go down to the States, but we were just gonna go to Vegas. But now I'm like, fuck, maybe we should just go to New York for a couple days. Would be sick. I've never been to New York.
Oh.
You know what I
I've
mean?
been,
Have you guys
I've
been
been
to
in
New
New
York?
York like probably
Yeah, I've been-
5 times.
Yeah?
I've been a bunch.
Is it fun?
It's not far from Philly, so there were weekends where we would drive up there and just like do shit for a day and then drive back, kind of thing.
You got to know what you want to do when you're going there.
Yeah, it's big, but it's
Yeah.
also pretty like the subway's pretty.
And I want to
manageable.
go. And it would be the fall, and I hear New York's pretty bomb in the fall.
I mean,
I just heard that on a bunch of podcasts. I
summer's
listen to a bunch
kinda
of.
gross. I don't like being in cities like that in the summer,
It's hot
man.
and
It's
That's what I mean.
stinky, It's
I listen-
fucking.
That's what I hear, right? So I listen to a couple of New York podcasts and New York radio stations, and they're like, "Oh, New York's everyone knows fall's the best in New York," as I've heard a bunch of times. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I was just curious if you guys been in the fall, because
I've-
that would make sense if you're like, "Oh, I don't want to be there in the summer because it's stupid hot." Fall's like sweater
I've
weather,
been there
right?
all seasons.
Yeah,
I've been there in the winter. Been there in summer. I like New York.
yeah,
It gets frustrating though.
yeah. If people be super packed, it's hard to
People
get
are-
through.
bougie, man.
People are rude.
That would
People
Dude.
are so much nicer here. You know what I mean? Like
that would get
if you
frustrating. That
if
shit
you like
pisses
step
me
out in front of a
off.
car or whatever by
Because
accident,
it's the whole
you know what I
New
mean?
York state of mind thing, man.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yo, that's wild because that shit does piss me off. Because I'll be the type of person who's like, yo, you ain't got manners. Because like that pisses me off. Like if I'm out and like there's just rude people or they're
yeah,
like,
you won't do well in America in
No,
general, man.
probably
They
not.
don't say
like if you're
shit.
rude to an old lady and I'm around,
They
like
hold
I'm
doors.
so stupid sometimes. I just have to open my mouth and like I'll be like,
I know.
or like you're rude to the person who's serving you. I'm like, yo, give the kid a break.
Yeah, I don't think
I'll
it's so
say
much
something.
that kind of stuff. It's like for me at least when I was in Philly, the subtleties that drove me nuts were the whole like you see someone behind you when you're going through a door, you like hold it for a half
all the
second, right?
time.
I didn't see a lick of that, or like I'd say thank you or something and like not get a response, or I'd oh sorry or some shit. Like I don't know, it was like a way different. It was also I was kind of in like a hoodish part of Philly, so that may be separately a different thing. But
No, but you say, man, like it's
I
funny.
just noticed in general it was like we're a lot more vocal about like exactly the whole sorry shit is like an actual thing.
very
in
much so.
Canada,
Yeah.
like,
That's what I was gonna say. Like if you accidentally step in front of someone or something like in the street,
yeah.
here you'd be like, oh shit, sorry man, you know, and just like casually. There, like people are like, yo,
Oh,
like,
you
fuck
fucking
you,
mook
yeah.
or some shit like.
Oh, you stepped on my Timbs, B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it's funny because you're like, yeah, hold it for like a second behind you. I'm like, they'll be like, you know what? They're halfway across the parking lot. I'll just hold the door. You know what I mean? Like,
And then if it's you and they're holding the door and you gotta do that weird like half walk
I'll like
thing.
fake.
Not
I'll be
me.
like, oh, it's okay. I got it. Thank you so much.
Not
like,
me.
you know,
I always go at the exact same pace.
Oh,
Because
thank you
that's
so
what
much
they
for
knew.
opening the door for
That's
me.
what they knew they were getting into when they held that door. They agreed to
You
hold
wanna
it
push
at that
the
pace.
envelope,
That
yeah.
Not even. I'm not gonna slow down. I'm gonna go at the exact same pace because that's what they agreed to.
fair, man. That's what they
I like
signed up
doing
for.
the-
I didn't ask them to hold the door.
I like doing the door
you guys have for
shuffle. I
shit.
like doing the door shuffle where if
I'll
there's
need
like
you, I could
multiple
open that door.
doors, and then someone opens the door for you, and then there's the next door, and you're like, oh, well, I'll get this one for you.
I
And
do
then
like
there's
that.
the next one, you're like, oh,
It feels
haha.
good.
There's
Feels
always
good
that.
to return. the
There's always
favor.
that weird little half chuckle, like, oh, like you.
That is true. Yeah.
After you.
It's
Oh,
like a weird
after
little
you.
dance, yeah. Oh,
Thanks.
it's your
Oh,
turn.
yeah.
It's like the. Yeah.
Next
You
time I
ever-
get into one of those, it happens a lot because at the Toronto Pan Am pool, there's a door, and then another door,
Yeah.
and it happens
In the
all the time.
vestibule?
If you're walking in the same time as someone, you do that weird dance with them. One time I want to do it where they let me in, and they're like, oh, thank you, and then just don't do the next door for them, and then get like a camera to get their reaction.
Wow.
They'd be like,
you,
this would be the reaction. It'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, I'll never.
Oh my goodness. You ever? Oh man, that's funny.
Well, good. It's me.
Are you Southern now? Southern Belle?
Ooh, he's a Southern belle, man. You a little pork chomper with some applesauce. Nah, man, politeness is
hungry,
key.
man.
Politeness is key.
Should we wrap it up?
We can wrap it up, get some eats.
Hey,
see what's
actually,
going on.
to all the younger listeners, always wrap it up.
Always wrap it up. Don't unwrap it.
I'm in there in a minute. I'd be down. I could go for a beer.
I mean, I could go for a
Vault
beer.
open actually?
Wait, can
Let's go to
someone
Brock Street. Let's go to Brock House.
No.
can someone drive me
what if
home
my
after?
girlfriend works there? What if the pretty girl's working?
Tom, can
Why,
you
you
drive me
scared?
home
I
after?
wanna drive you home? I didn't really want to drive, to be honest.
Oh yeah, then Uber. Yeah, we'll Uber around. How'd you get
Uber
here?
everywhere.
I was
Pre-rolls.
gonna leave
in
my
my
car
car.
here potentially.
Yeah, do that then. Let's go to Hobbs. Poppin'. I wasn't sure. I thought you were just trying to drive and go home and grab a quick eat. But if you're trying to chill,
Yeah, 'cause I'm probably gonna get a beer there, and then
let's go. You can have another beer before we
I
leave. If you
work
want.
tomorrow morning now, so I'm pretty
Perfect.
stoked.
All right. Well, let's wrap up this podcast
Hey,
then.
I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'm like,
I
he's
got 5
opening.
on it.
Hey.
I can party.
Oh man, where are we going?
I can party with the best of them.
Nah. Prove it. Nice. I have to go away, so I cannot. I can't sleep in, but
me.
I can hang for a bit. I can hang. All right. Well, big ups everybody tuning in. This is the Bugle Boys podcast.
It's our last episode.
Well, not the last, but episode 12. I'm your host, Stacks Chrissy. Stacks Edwards, Chrissy. Live
Poppy
in the
Chulo.
cut. Poppy Chulo's here, rocking out as usual. So is Long Sleeve Steve. Bugle Boys podcast. We out.
Bugle.
Bugle, boys.